According to Sahara reporters, on the 4th of January, the Boko Haram invaded the military base in Borno State, leaving scores of the military dead, and the number of casualties is yet uncertain now. Bombed down the military base, and it's quite a horrible experience. This is not an ambush, but a clear conventional war going on, declared against the military. What exactly is happening?
Thank you for having me, my amiable anchor. Well, what is happening in the Northeast is a is a show of you reaping what you sow. I could remember under the Jonathan when I can't remember, is it Ejirika, chief of army staff, an Igbo man, when he said, "Let us bring in machineries from Bulgaria so that they can wipe out these children." It was the same northern clerics, the northern politicians that came out that no, leave these guys alone. They are our own son.
Especially Buhari said that attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the north.
In fact, he said it is an attack on his bloodline, which is the Fulanis. So it is okay this day that the Fulanis, who have now turned into insurgents, highly equipped by some political elements, to go into army barracks to unalive Nigerian soldiers unabated. They attacked, they didn't just attack, they had time to video the process, to video the attack, and they sent it to Al Jazeera. That this is a response to the lies that Christopher Musa came there to, just a few days ago, Christopher Musa was on Al Jazeera and he was being asked, what are you going to do about the insurgents? He said they have been annihilated, that they have been cleared out, that nothing, they are not scared of anybody. The insurgents listened to those words and then they attacked. They didn't send it.
Army base, military.
They attacked them, took away their ammunitions, took away their armories. In fact, today, the insurgents are most likely the ones in charge of that territory. After the attack, they issued so many ransoms to the residents across that place. They have told them to submit 175 million naira if they want to go to the farm. And today we have not seen Christopher Musa speak. Christopher Musa has been openly disgraced. He cannot speak. He cannot come out to debunk it. You know why he cannot debunk it? Because the evidences were not sent to the Nigerian media. Because if those pictures were actually sent to maybe a channel like, let's say, Arise, or maybe a channel like, let's say, Channels, Christopher Musa could have come out and said that these are all propagandas, that these are old pictures. But they gave those pictures, they submitted those pictures with timestamp. I am sure they had submitted videos, but Al Jazeera has not released that. Now, they further asked Christopher Musa in the interview that he had on Al Jazeera. They asked him that some people in your country have taken you to International Criminal Court about injustice, about indiscriminate killings, and these are people from the southeast. These are the people called Biafra. His reply was, they will do everything to silence them. Now, right now, Simon Ekpa has been apprehended, and soon he will be extradited. These were his responses to the Al Jazeera man. But meanwhile, his backyard, his hometown, his northern region is being ravaged. His northern region is being burnt down. His fellow people in southern Kaduna today, just recently, were attacked. They were attacked broad daylight by these Fulani jihadists, by these Fulani conquerors, these marauders. But instead of him to channel his energy to fight the real problem of the country, the people who are causing food insecurity, Christopher Musa is promising fire and brimstone on those people who are fighting for self-preservation.
Now, it was reported that over 2 hours they were carrying this onslaught against the Nigerian government. There was no intervention of the Air Force for 2 hours. How many minutes does it take to get to Borno State or being alerted by these security forces? Would it be a total defeat of the Nigerian security architecture? Because the territorial integrity of the Nigerian state or sovereignty has been badly compromised.
we must understand that the Nigerian army as of today is surely incompetent. They do not have what we call military intelligence. There's what we call military intelligence, and basically these are usually satellite responses. The satellite imagery of how these guys invaded those territories would have been released if we were in a single climb. How those people got there, how they attacked, the information they used will have been spotted by the satellite in the sky. The Nigerian military would not respond despite the Nigerian armies who were currently being attacked beg for their life. The Nigerian army were slaughtered like chickens. They begged. They begged those guys. I beg you, no kill me. I beg you, I get family for house. I beg you, I will give you anything. They told them, your boss said we have been defeated. We are sending a signal. We are sending you when you have been unalived. We are sending your body as a response that we are still the one in control of the territory. You talk about territorial integrity. Let me tell you, the northern Nigeria has no integrity. The northern Nigeria has no formidable force watching over it. The northern Nigerian territory is under the watch of the insurgents. How come the insurgents have been in the northern territory for over 15 years? And we say we have a Nigerian military intelligence? The Nigerian as a country has spent nothing less than 90 trillion. Money that ought to have been used to develop southeast, south, and southwest. Don't forget, most of this revenue is coming from the southern part of the country. And this is the reason why some groups of people, the Biafrans, have been crying that this unfair and unjust share of our resources cannot continue.
90 trillion.
Yes. On an annual basis for 15 years. Under Jonathan, Nigeria spent so much money to tackle insecurity. Under Buhari alone, Nigeria has spent nothing less than, if I'm not mistaken, nothing less than 20-something trillion. And under Tinubu, in just going to 2 years, we have spent nothing less than 8 trillion. In the last budget, we are going to spend nothing less than approximately 5 trillion. This money are being looted by the northern elite. This is why the insecurity is proudly sponsored by some elements over there. This is why they will not want a southerner, most especially a southeasterner. Because I know if a southeasterner becomes the chief of army staff, this insecurity will end within a month of 6 months. They saw it when Iyejirika was there. When Iyejirika was bombing Sambisa Forest, they were all scampering around. Then we started seeing, not the insurgents, we started seeing notable people, notable politicians, people like Buhari, crying us, telling us that they are killing their sons. And you expect me today to feel sorry for them. I am not going to feel sorry for them. Because what you reap, what you sow, you reap. The only people I feel sorry for are the armies, the northern people who are in the Nigerian army who have been killed in this battle, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, but some persons say that their main reason or agitation is for Islamic State. They say Boko Haram, Western education is haram, but they are using sophisticated weapons designed by Western education and using media to communicate. These are instruments of Western education. So, what would you say concerning this position?
A cleric said that no matter the atrocity, that even if a Muslim man rapes your child, provided he's a Muslim, is better than a Christian or a Jewish in the face of God. That the Christians, who are mostly Southerners, are the one corrupting their children. They said that the Southern ladies walk naked on the streets in the north. That they want a full-blown Sharia state. That they want a state whereby the Christians will be non-existent. That the pagans will be non-existent. Of course, this is a plan hitherto of a very famous warlord, a murderous person, a pedophile, a usurper named Uthman Danfodio. Uthman Danfodo's agenda has always been to Islamize the whole of Nigeria. And during those days when he wanted to do it, he met his Waterloo. When he got to the Middle Belt, was chased back, or I think he was beheaded, whatever. This is the same.
In present day Kogi,
This is the same agenda these insurgents are pushing, and they are proudly sponsored by prominent and powerful Arabian countries. Thank you very much.
thank you. This is quite an brilliant and intelligent submissions here. We do appreciate you.